Pickacard charms and puzzles, urgent messages for you. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you at your reading. Hi friends, my name is Crystal with Psychicmd, and I'm here to do another pick a card. As you can see, I already laid out the cards. This is going to be pile number 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3. So take a moment to see which one calls to you. We're also going to pull charms for each that might help you decide. For pile 1, charms for pile 2, and last but not least, charms for pile 3. See what calls your attention, and I'll see you at your reading. Pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. Hi, pile 1. My name is Crystal with Psychicmd. Welcome to my channel. If you're new to my channel, welcome, welcome. I appreciate you. And if you're a repeat offender, thank you so much for stopping in. I'm going to go ahead and ring the bell to clear out any energy. Watch your ears. Pile number 1, you chose the Suit of Pentacles, and we have the 4 of Pentacles specifically right here. You've been going through a very difficult time. I'm going to say that you feel trapped. You feel like you've been subjected to speculation, to inspection. For someone, I heard that you've been raked through the coals as well. There's a feeling of, I heard, impending doom. This could have to do with an actual court case, litigation, or simply that you feel trapped in a situation or relationship. I feel like there are others that are similarly trapped just like you. And this person has a very cruel look on their face. So I feel like the scrutiny is unwarranted. But I feel like you're expected to perform in some ways a little bit like a circus clown. Definitely not implying that you are a circus clown. But when you're feeling like you have to perform, that there is a threat, an imminent threat of, like, for example, physical harm or this injection thing, and you have somebody just with no compassion in their soul, it can very much feel like there's no way out. There's no way to even for these people to discuss what is going on. So again, this could be a corporation, a company, a branch of the government, if you know what I'm talking about. Any of those could be applicable for this. Now, the interesting part about this is right away, when I did a test on this kind of a reading, I wanted to pull charms because I just thought it'd be a little bit fun, a little bit different. And I pulled out this skeleton in the same position. In fact, it was actually horizontal, laying down, laying down. And this tells me that this can even involve a death. It could be a spiritual death, or someone in your life has crossed over recently. And if that's the case, then my heart goes out to you for sure. We have this little bunny here that has the plague mask. There could be issues and thoughts about perhaps being trapped in a situation like in 2020 when people were basically getting forced and coerced to, you know, get the job and things like that. There could be repercussions showing up currently in your life, or that could be something that you are ruminating over, like perhaps this person passed away because of that. But there's a very difficult process to be able to prove things like that. And I feel like the powers that be, because this person definitely is larger than the others, the powers that be are maybe preventing you or really closely watching what it is that you do. Now I have a heart right here, and it seems to be, you know, missing a link here. So I feel like a part of you has crossed over, and it could be a part of you where your innocence and optimism as well has been stolen or forced into this cubicle, forced into a cookie cutter mold that really serves other people's agenda, and you're withholding. So these people cannot communicate, and you're withholding how you feel about things. You withhold how you feel, what you're thinking. And last but not least, I have the cat and the hope with the nimbus, or the protection symbol, the infinity symbol. And I just want to let you know, pile number one, that you're divinely protected. You are definitely protected, even though you're not, even though you feel like this cell, this imprisonment, this glass case that you are covered up over, that you're encased in, I guess you could say. Even though that's what it's feeling like, that it is actually for your own protection, because now is not the time to make any moves. So you want to be aware of that, that there's divine protection around you and over you, and that this will not touch you in ways that you think. Like if you're fearing that you're going to pass away for something, or that you're going to pay for it with your life, or, you know, I don't want to be dramatic, but obviously this could be something like even a corporation, and that you have to self-sacrifice, and that you're locked into doing factory work for a company that you don't believe in, or that you see right through, and they're offloading a bunch of byproduct into other products out in the world that are not helpful but harmful to humanity and things like that. So that would be the big picture. But I feel like you have been at a rest. You've been trying to really get rest, or recharge your batteries, and it's been very, very difficult because of the constant scrutiny that you've been exposed to. And I feel like pile number one, you're all heart. So that is a large part of why you are under duress. Now, I just knocked over some cards, of course, as per usual. I have to get them. One moment, please. I'm going to call these jump cards, adding to your situation. Okay, that would make sense to me. Here we have echoing is another skeleton. And of course, this is like the ending of things. The Two of Pentacles, because it came up reverse. I feel like this is just simply stating that you are no longer juggling two different things, two different ideas, and that you are pretty solid on what you think and how you feel. And that, my friend, is going to really help be the biggest catalyst for you, is just to be able to overcome this by dropping one suit of idea and following, you know, the one that is the most practical. And for you, I feel like this is the most pragmatic. It's the one that works for you. It's the one that you've reached already a logical conclusion. And maybe perhaps you have to be around people, around, or a part of this company, or part of this part of the journey for whatever reason, so that you can, I'm getting whistleblower, I'm not going to lie, I'm getting whistleblower off of this. And maybe part of the reason why you are in this position is that Spirit knows that you're the one to be able to bring the truth to people. If this resonates with you, then this is your reading. If it does not, then I totally get it. You can always choose from a different pile. Next, we have the Suit of Wands with vision, honor, leadership, ultimate masculine energy. And I feel like when I said that, I almost knocked out the whole enchilada, okay? The whole wad of these cards, almost just knocked them out on the floor, and we're not doing that today. But I feel like intuitively, you know that you are a leader, and maybe you've never been a leader that was incredibly recognized, or you've never been a leader at the forefront that was like chosen per se, but you are the leader of necessity. You're the leader of when everybody else ducks and runs. You're the one at the forefront standing your ground, and you're that leader that when everybody else is placating the powers that be, whether this is in a marriage and you're in a controlling marriage, or if you are in some other situation highlighted before this, that you are the one to speak the truth and speak your truth. And I want to reassure you, pile number one again, bottom of the deck, there's divine protection for you. And perhaps this is stating that you are in the process of like digesting things, really thinking about things, and you could see that there is really no movement around you, and there appears to be no real way out for you or no light ahead of you. And I just want to say that that in itself is actually not true. You are really urged to get grounded right now. There's a big transformation. And what you don't see is that she has wings back here. She has abundance on her mind, but she is treasuring the earth, the world, and humanity itself. So I feel like your purpose is much, much larger than you ever would have chosen for yourself. And the type of leader that is for the people that don't really beat their chest and say, hey, I'm the leader. I want to lead. I want to do this and that. Those are the most powerful ones, because often it is often the reluctant people, the reluctant leaders that lead the most powerfully and make the most impact in the world. I feel like you have a deep connection with your intuition, and that is going to help you to know when the time is right so that you can actually bolt from this situation. You can make your move and you can turn the tides, not just for yourself, but I feel like with a lot of people. I feel like whatever it is that you're doing, you affect a lot of people. It could be within the company itself or your family or friends as well. Next, we have reconciliation. And I feel like perhaps because you've been separated, this talks about you reconciling even with people that you have long ago parted ways with. What else do we have? Another transformation here. That too is transforming. By the way, if you've been feeling isolated, if you've been feeling alone, there is absolutely hope right here. Whenever you see the word hope or a butterfly, that is going to be your key to remember this reading, or remember at least that you are transforming and that you are a powerful agent of change for so many people. And the thing is, you're not going to be able to see that currently. A lot of this is going to be on hope and faith alone, and that could be difficult to digest. But make no mistake, the other contenders in this game, if you want to call it a game, they can see right through that you are extremely powerful, and that's why I feel like you have been controlled, and there's no other way to put it. Control. Let me grab this. We have another jumper, and we have inspiration. And right now you could be feeling really listless and uninspired and really trapped by a situation and your thoughts about it. But look at how her belly is glowing right here. We are all creators. We are all innovative if we choose to take that mission. And I'm just going to say that currently you may be feeling like, well, there's no creativity in me. I don't know. And all I can focus on is a thing on hand, the thing of, let me just make up my mind on what side I stand on and how do I get out of this situation. Again, familial or, you know, any other form of relationship. But this is about to turn around for you. Things are about to unlock. And how are they going to unlock? With courage. You, my friend, are the leader. You're fire. You could be any of the fire signs. You don't have to be. But you could have Leo, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius in any part of your chart. And I'm just going to say that we rely upon your courage to be able to speak the truth. You are under divine protection right now, even if it feels stagnant currently, but just know that changes are coming and how beautiful it is. Freedom is sweet. And my friend, I hope that this helped you a little bit, but just know that dipping your finger in the pool into the ethers and asking for direction and for clarity will actually help you advance. I'm feeling like 30% advancement. I feel like you can unlock something here by doing that, by even meditating, by prayer, whatever your MO is, in order to gain influence, I'm hearing, but in order to connect with the ethers, with spirit, with God, and all of those good things. So I hope that that helps. If you do like this kind of reading, give me a like, share, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. And until next time, namaste. Hi, pile number 2. My name is Griselle with Psychicmd, and I'm here to do your reading. I'm going to go ahead and ring the bell to clear out any energies. In 3, 2, 1. All right. Pile number 2, you chose the Queen of Cups. An incredibly beautiful card. Now this tells me that you have been in a period of dilution. So I've heard that you've been in your watery energy, but your feelings maybe have been muted. Maybe they have been overlooked. Perhaps even you've been doing a lot of crying lately or feeling a lot of sadness, okay? The Queen of Cups is my quintessential psychic. She's definitely connected to the ethers, connected to her own emotions, as well as having the ability to empathically connect to the emotions of other people, and even at times motives of other people as well. So first off, we have the star right here. So I feel like there's something that has been on your heart and your mind that has been very pressing, okay? And this is something that it feels like it was a dream. It's almost kind of like one chapter got closed, you had to close it, or you looked around and thought that is not a viable dream for me any longer, so I have to create new ones. Whatever reason, this is saying that there's a dream that you actually let go of. But I hear, fear not, because things are about to take a different turn than you expected. So you want to be careful that you are not maybe drinking too much, or it's interesting because I'm looking at that drink and it almost looks like a cup of blood. So you want to be careful that you are not drinking or trying to really dissociate from your own emotions, because your emotions right now need to be processed in order to remain healthy and to make progress. So with the rubies right here, I feel like you are going to get grounded if you do go ahead and follow your intuition. There's a lot of grounding with the number 4. When I rolled out all of the charms that came out with pile number 2, that one came to the forefront. And this is connected to your voice. So something about the way that you are speaking, something about your heart, durability, and your wealth. I'm also hearing inheritance. So you could have inherited something. It doesn't have to be monetary. It could be land, it could be money, but also I feel like inherited throughout your ancestors, like from one to another, through generations is the word that I was trying to fight for. So whatever it is, generation from generation, I feel like there's something that you need to really get rooted in and to really talk about and explore, because this is my lifeline, but this is also a connection to the voice, especially with the blue. So something about you connecting to your voice and finding your voice is going to really help unlock a new turn of events, a new wheel of fortune, an upglow for you. And that's what you have coming. So a lot of the crying and things like that, that is you processing things. And I feel like the sooner you do it and the sooner you kind of work through those feelings, you are going to receive some stability, not just in your thoughts and emotions, but also some outside support. Yes, you're going to be receiving clarity as well, which is of the utmost importance. And if we medicate through our emotions, which I'm a fine one, I would rather not feel anything, then this is how we come about having that clarity. So it takes some of us a long time to really come to the point where it's like, all right, I have to deal with my feelings, and you could be one of those people. Now, if you are, then no shame in that game. As I just fessed up and as I overshared, you know, I'm definitely of that cloth that, you know, I don't really have to deal with my feelings. I don't want to unless you make me. Well, it would appear that the universe, that God's spirit, or whatever you want to, you know, think about as being of a higher power, is doing that for you. So I think that there's an element that you have to trust the process. There is, it appears to me like she is next to, even though she's on the cliff right now, I almost feel like she is really overlooking. It's like, which way do I jump? But there's a connection to the ocean as well. So there could be a lot of mood swings, a lot of mood changes, a lot of not clearly understanding why we're feeling a certain way, which is why we have to gain clarity by being vocal. And if you can't be vocal with someone, then perhaps just simply journaling is going to be a solution for you. Pile number 2, what else do we have for you? Yep, you could have a connection to pile number 1 as well. But you are in divine protection right now, but also you're being alerted that this is a time to really process your emotions and to learn a little bit more about yourself so that you can come into union with your very best self. Maybe you've been feeling separated, maybe you've been kind of up and down with the emotions, and I feel like that is about to change for you. Yeah, you have talent that the world wants to see, that needs to see. And this talent is going to really help you also to overcome a lot of those emotions. I feel like you're not going to be in that emotional well of darkness for much longer, as long as you're committed to working through this. I feel like this could be getting even professional help and things like that. But that is what's going to help ground you with the stability here. I also feel like that is a nod to the Emperor card that will help you feel more in control of your own life, if at this point in time you're not feeling that. Pile number 2, if you're liking this kind of reading, do give me a like, share, comment, subscribe. Let me know. For pile 2, what else do we have? Thank you. So we have a couple of jumpers right here. The one that flipped over is a death card. This is an ending, a transformation. And I feel like maybe this is an end and the beginning. Yeah, it's a beginning and an end. Just like they say, when one door closes, another one opens. But I feel like you're having a difficult time with that, especially since she is kind of facing the left, which is the past, right? A dream that she had in the past. And it could be she, he. I don't read sex. It doesn't make a difference to me. The 3 of Pentacles. And this is like a desire for wanting cooperation. And it's almost like you are willing it to manifest and things like that. But who's cooperating just is not in your best interest, and how you're going about things is not going to be in your best interest. So you are in some ways being protected against yourself. Just be careful with your steps right now, and be careful that we don't act out of emotion, because I feel like that will come back to bite you. You have an incredible opportunity for union and union with yourself, and even some new friendships and clarity should you choose to pursue it. We all have free will, and this ending can turn out any which way you choose. The moon. So there's a lot of things that need to be uncovered. Look at the star right here again. So I feel like you need to go deep within, and a lot of things that haven't been clear to you are about to become clear to you as well. So with the moon comes a lot of like deceit. It could be self-deceit as well, and not a refusal to acknowledge maybe a situation that has ended, or something that perhaps you wanted that wasn't in its best form for your highest good as well as the highest good of others, with a star behind you. But I'm being shown that once you face those that seem incredible obstacles or monumental things, it's like the heart wants what the heart wants. And I guess the only example that I can give you would be like, I really wanted a family. You know, I wanted to have like my son and the dad, and I'm saying the dad, I guess metaphorically, because we're okay with not being together. I don't have any feelings like that towards him, but I'm just saying I wanted like the house, the wife, the white picket fence, and the dogs, and I just wanted that. I really wanted that, but it wasn't, you know, in the cards for me. And so now I'm having to look for a new dream and a new way of channeling those things and seeing, well, can I fulfill those needs in a different manner? And so you do have the star, and I feel like this is being transparent with what it is that you want, not moving, making moves in the dark, not being shady, not being mysterious with what it is that you want, even declaring to the universe that this is what I want, this is really what I want, and trusting spirit to really bring that into your future and into your current state. So that is what I have. Interesting that we have the moon and the stars. It's like I love you to the moon and back. There is a huge, huge change here for you. But a lot of it is going to start with you, and it is not going to be comfortable. It won't feel comfortable, but it's definitely necessary for you to have that high dream, that hope that actually can be realized, because it's up to you if you want to continue looking at a dream that you wanted, such as my example I gave you with the marriage and the kids and things like that. That didn't really quite work out totally for me. Or if you want to look further into the future and see what else the universe can bring about that is meant for you and is meant to manifest. Okay, that's what I have for you, pile number 2. And I'm hearing the word echo. Trust that things are going to work out. Don't cling so tightly, and don't affiliate yourself with nefarious people that you know better. I'm hearing you know better, Don't be going to people that do arreglos or witchcraft or anything like that. And it sounds funny coming from someone like myself, but I definitely believe that, you know, leave people alone. People that are meant for you are meant for you. So I don't believe in binding people to you and manipulating or any of those other things. It's just better to allow people to have free will. Be careful who you align yourself with, because their karma becomes your karma as well, okay? So think over your actions, take careful steps, but I feel like steps towards the future. And you have a huge, incredible talent here that is yet to awaken. So that is coming for you. I mean, look at this. She's got it in her hand. It's almost as she's holding a star. So it is a very fine dance, but I know it is a dance that you can perform, that you can maneuver outside of this sadness, and that you can overcome and grab victory for yourself. That's what I have for you. Pile number 2, much love to you. Namaste. Hi, Pile 3. My name is Crystal with Psychicmd, and I'm here to do your reading. I'm going to go ahead and clear the energy from this room in 3, 2, 1. Pile number 3, if you're new to my channel, welcome, welcome. And if you're a repeat offender, thank you so much for stopping back. Please don't forget to share, comment, subscribe. Pile number 3, you chose the 9 of Pentacles. So the 9 of Pentacles right here is a really interesting figure. Let's see if we can get better lighting. No, I don't know. Lovely. All right. So this is my quintessential single person. This is my, I take care of myself. Things work for me. I manifest, I dream, and I actually bring it about. You could have a connection to Egypt or be fascinated with all things Egyptian. This tag literally fell out during the draw of your charms. And it literally says dream. So you could be dreaming about wealth, about abundance, about sustaining yourself. Some of you guys are interested in homesteading. Some of you guys have different hobbies, unusual hobbies. I'm getting even a survivor hobbies like survivalists and having your bug out bags and things like that. Some of you guys are thinking about having to ground what it is and having to redefine what you see as prosperity and abundance. Now, I feel like most of you guys do actually have an abundance mindset that isn't necessarily, I don't want to say of this world, but it's different than what other people think. So if you have, like, you know, if you're a prepper and you've got things going and you've learned how to do your inventory and cycle through your foods properly, and you've done trial runs and you've done drills, you know, from getting A to B, and you have your second point of contact and all the things that you want to think about, then this pile is definitely for you. I feel like you are getting rooted to Mother Earth and grounded, but by the same token, I feel like you're giving offerings up to Spirit, to God, to whatever it is, your highest power, whatever it is that you pray to or honor. It could be even your ancestors, actually, with all of the roots right here. It could be intertwined. And I feel like you, out of all 3 piles, are very connected, as above, so below. Very interesting. Now, this pin, actually, when it fell out, I took it exactly how it fell out. And this is my Empress. Come sharper. There we go. So this is the Empress, and it fell reversed. And so something about this, because it's upside down, you could feel like you're not abundant right now. And what's on the top of your mind is abundance, it's stability. It is this raw ruby, how to make things that seem to be otherworldly or of no consequence to other people, how to allow it to be more valuable so that you could be in your highest power. So you could be grounded. So you could feel unanchored right now, a little bit like you're being tossed and turned by the sea. And this sea could look like different things. It could be an economic situation. It could be a layoff. It could be you left a job. It could be maybe something you invested in didn't work out well. Or maybe you invested with people who squandered or walked off with their cash, right? Peace and closure. And I feel like you're seeking peace about not only that, but about all things that maybe perhaps you spent your time and energy on, and even all things on what you spent your money on. And I'll give you some really superficial examples right here, because why I can. So once upon a time, I spent a ton of money on my hair. I would do all the things with my hair. I would spend, you know, professionals to do all different kinds and latest trends and the cuts, and I was booked out every 6 weeks and things like that. And you know, the best makeups, the best brands, and all things like that. And I provided that for myself. It wasn't like I had someone who's like, oh, here, use my credit card. Or anything like that. But over time, like looking back now, I'm kind of like, why did I even waste all of those resources on that, you know? Because I certainly don't have, I'm not better for the wear today because of those choices. So it could be something like that, but you're seeking closure. And I feel like you've been walking through a dark path and you see intermittent light. Like some days you're walking through your own path. Obviously we all do. And you're thinking, okay, I can do this. And other days you're like, oh my gosh, this is a burden and I really can't anymore. And I feel like I don't have what I need and everything is up in the clouds and I don't understand and I'm not grounded. I'm definitely not anchored. Some of you guys could have a problem with breathing. Perhaps some of you guys are smokers or vaping, or I don't know, all the things out there, but you want to be careful with your health because of that. I'm hearing somebody even say, screw the lungs, I'm here for a purpose. So, I mean, if that's you, that's you. No judgment here, okay? I'm just going to say that if you're having a hard time like breathing or with your stamina and things like that, or asthma, that could be another one. So you want to be really careful with that. And I'm feeling like a lot of this has to do with your nerves as well. So meditation might even help on that, believe it or not. Moving on, I do have this lovely little pin here. And to me, this stands for abundance. And I've got the stars behind. I don't know if that shows up well on camera, but I think that's so stinking cute. And to me, the fish are always, you know, abundance. And, you know, way back when, and depending on where you're from, people used to cook with fish heads and things like that. And I haven't done anything like that in a gazillion years. But it could still be a thing. But this is symbolic, of course, for abundance. And that's why we're looking at, you know, the very card, the epitome of abundance. And maybe perhaps you're like, well, I don't look abundant, but like people would look at me and think the word abundance right away. But really, it doesn't matter. I feel like that is the smartest way to handle it and be the smartest way to be in this society is anyways, according to like what's going on in the world right now, current trends, I'm just gonna say. But I feel like you with Sagittarius, you have had a lot of start and stops along the way, and I feel like you are piecing together what your abundance is, and you have undergone like lean times and abundant times as well. And I feel like you are learning that your mindset has everything to do with the amount of prosperity and the leverage that you have in your own life. I also have the sun right there along with a little moon right here. So I feel like you're deeply connected to the cosmos, and you're coming out of your shadow era as well. So if things have been puzzling, if things haven't been making sense, if things haven't been quite gelling together, kind of like this little puzzle piece, I feel like you are actually onto something. So whatever it is that you are laser focused on, you are going to be able to take a lot of pride and a lot of peace, actually having a lot of stability with that. I feel like it's all within your hands right now. And you could be like a Reiki worker, energy worker, acupuncturist, massage therapist. I don't know. You could use creative visualization for any of those as well. But peace is coming towards you. And I even feel like you have an angel looking after you. So if you kind of close your eyes and meditate, you might even be able to meet some of the angels. I've met Angel Uriel and Angel Ariel, actually, which they were both spontaneous and they were both amazing. Yeah. And so I'm just going to say, like with Angel Ariel, I still don't know a ton about her and I should probably do more research. But when I tell you that during my meditation, I wept and wept and wept and it was just wild. It wasn't like a ugly cry, but it was a steady purging of the emotions. I think it was really helpful for me to get that out. So perhaps you're going to have a time like that to where you are allowing yourself to purge any and old energies. And tell me why this girl looks like Mila Kunis. Is that her name? Mila Kunis, whatever. The girl married Ashton Kutcher. But spiritual abilities are definitely yours. You could be actually making money, and the word dream is right here, bottom of the deck right here. Hello. Is dreams as well. And this appears to be a door to me. So maybe this is stating that the more that you work towards this, you are actually on the move to more abundance, and consider really grounding yourself more because you have abundance coming. You're following your dreams and your psychic abilities in order to open up the doors that previously were closed. Your third eye could be opening. You could have had your third eye open for a long time. Now, it's interesting because I've never had this happen before, but maybe you're starting to use your psychic abilities more, or they're becoming more pronounced. I actually was talking to a friend the other day, and I literally saw her third eye wide open. She literally had three eyes. And the interesting part to me is they were identical to her physical eyes. So I don't know what I expected, but I've never tried to look at anyone's third eye before. It just spontaneously happened. And I feel like you could be having a lot of those like synchronicities, some revelations coming to you. Oh, wow. That is going to help you in your career and help you with your abundance. So yeah, this is part of your family tree, your lineage, and that has been protected in a divine bubble. You could be seeing a lot of messages float back and forth, but you're definitely protected even from those messages, because I feel like a lot of those messages are false prophets or false messages out there. Okay. Yeah. And this arrow, when I slid the card over, the arrow moving directly up to me, that is just like, it's just north, okay? Don't question my geographical capabilities here, but in my spirit, what I feel with that is that this is saying that you keep high-minded, keep like-minded, and commune with spirit, because spirit is going to give you the answers that you need. You don't necessarily need pieces of puzzle from other birds, people giving you news, people saying, this is what's happening in the state, this is what's happening. I feel like that could be stressing you out. Yeah. So it could be, it could take a lot of willpower for you to really separate yourself from that. Look at all that dark right here, and then we have all the light coming through. And you could be trying to manage things through sheer willpower. So your message today, pile number 3, should you choose to accept it, is to go ahead and commune with spirit, because spirit will give you the clarity that you need to be able to see even through the darkness what is hidden there, for you to make the proper moves to maintain your ability, your spirituality, and your balance. But not just that, I feel like you are undergoing a radical change in abundance, and you're going to see shortly how spirit and the world and the 3D world as well really smiles upon you as well. I definitely feel like there's something about your energy here that is being affected, and you're going to have a lot more freedom. You're going to feel that freedom in your bones, which is really, really beautiful. So again, pile number 3, if you like this reading, give me a like, share, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. Until next time, namaste.